Here we are on Monday morning, ready for a bit of listing. Oh yes, consistent as ever. I'm here every Monday, honest. Well, occasionally I'm not. On a bank holiday. But I'm here today. And normally I'm here at 11, but I'm here a little bit early because I was just dying to get on. So yes, I'm going to do what I shouldn't do and list the things I got at the boot fair this weekend. I have got a whole load of stuff, but I've got one thing I want to put on actually. I might go and get it. It's only in the other room. Perhaps I'll get it in a minute. But let's draft some things up. I've got cameras. I've got trainers. I've got all sorts of gubbins that I've gone and got at the boot fair. The boot fair, I almost didn't go because I thought it's been raining. We were in a window with no rain, and I thought, oh God, the sellers aren't going to want to go. And whilst I was queuing up, there were hardly any cars going in. But surprisingly, I did get in there, and I bought. First thing I bought was £6 to possibly £8 flip off a trader that I know. I was really surprised he let it go for that. But I'll show you that in a minute. I only bought 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 3 cameras, the Game Boy, a pair of walking boots, and 3 pairs of Converse. All of which you'll see in a minute. Because I'm going to just list it straight up. Forget about the death pile and all the stuff you've had for 5 years. Let's get the stuff you got yesterday. Let's get that one. So let's do this camera first. So yeah, it was this. Nice little... I thought this was... I have had a couple of similar cameras by Nikon. What would I? I love it. I love this. This is called something. I'll tell you in a minute because I've sold 2 of them. Let's have a look at my orders. Purple Line Art. That's what it was called. It's probably not called that. But I thought it was. I've sold 2 Canon Coolpix S2600, which is a very similar camera that's got a lithium battery. And I thought, brilliant, another one of those. So the 2 cameras I've had previously, bought for 5 or less, I sold the first one for 80, sold the second one for 90. My kind of flip. So yeah, I picked that up and thought, oh, it's another one, but it isn't. As soon as I went into the battery compartment, 2 AA's, not a lithium battery in sight. And this is an A10, but I think it gets a similar price. So I'm just going to look that up now. Do let me know if you're here. I haven't got any comments yet, so show comments on stage. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Are my comments not working? Oh dear. Or can no one be bothered to say anything? Let's have a look on YouTube. Let's have a look at my own channel on YouTube. Yeah, I'm only live. I've only got 9. Oh, there they are. Keeping quiet. Hello, Secret Carper. Good to see you. Hello, Simon. Good to see you too. Slurp of tea. Let me know what you're up to this morning and how your weekend was. I'm dealing with returns as well. We'll get on to that. But let's have a look at this A10. Let's not get distracted. The Coolpix A10. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. This guy's a trader, and he's there, almost every week. He's with another guy. 2 of them sell. One of them's called John. I always forget their names. Terrible memory. And I just spotted it. I thought, I love that, and picked it up. And I thought you might say like thought he might know the value of it. I said, how much? And he said, oh, to you. They always say, the two of them always say this. They say, for you, or to you. Yeah, so if it was like this, for you, £6 or £5 or whatever. But the thing is, you hear it say it to everyone, so it's, I think that's really for me, is it? But it's very nice anyway. So yeah, I was really surprised that maybe he wasn't charging a bit more, but you know, you've got to. That's the value of knowledge, isn't it? So A10 camera solves. Yeah, not a lot of Secret Carper, but glad I went because it was efficient, very efficient sourcing. So the Coolpix £6, hopefully to 90. We can just maybe have a look at solds. One sold for 87.61, £3.31 postage. It comes with a memory card as well. I think it's 8 gig. Of course, the batteries are AA, so you haven't really got to worry about those. Or it might be AA's, all those AA size batteries, but they need to be a little bit more oomph. But whatever battery it is, you know, I haven't got to send a lithium battery with it. So that's £90 flip for that from 6. So straight away I'm thinking, oh, I'm glad I came. I'm glad I came in. And then, right, so we dropped that one up. And then I also got a bunch of shoes and stuff, which I'll show you in a minute. But I also got I can find it. There they are. No, that's not it. There they are. I've been tidying up this morning, you wouldn't know it. Hi Kevin, a bit of packing while you watch. Yeah, I've been packing. I was packing. I've got all my packing clear. I've got a couple of items. I'll tell you a couple of queries I've got. So I've got 2 of these. Exactly the same thing. SL1000. Fuji, is it Fujifilm Fine Pix? Now I did have a bit of like, oh god, have I made a mistake here? Because I do remember picking up a Fine Pix before, and it didn't work, and the value was not that great. And I thought they were the those memory cards you want to look out for, but they're not. They're just the normal. Is it a mini SD card? But I got it home and I thought, oh, because I paid 30 quid. They wanted 20 quid each. I got it for 30 quid for the 2, not each. That would be silly. Oh, hello. Yeah. So Neil, Fine Pix. Sorry, a Nikon A10. Pick that up. I'll put it on the floor now. So we start with cameras. So yeah, I thought it was it's the one with AA batteries or AA size batteries. It's amazing how like you go. Never picked anything like that up, and I picked up 3 this year. Maybe I've just I've got my eye in for those. Picked up quite a few digital cameras lately. And this one, a little Optia. This one I haven't got the battery for. The battery I've been trying to charge the battery, and it's not having it. I've got a feeling it would be good. Carl Zeiss lens. Always piques my interest. I've got this one. But they're from a few weeks ago. But yesterday it was the purple Nikon A200 and 2 of these. So I was thinking, oh, have I made a boo-boo here? Is it going to work? Because it did look a bit like, but it cleaned up very nice. They both got a case, which is nice. That's Shape Coolpix. Oh, we've got a question. Oh my god. 25 to 30 quid on this one. Well, the thing is, I'm selling it without a battery. I didn't see any sold on this. This is an SL1000. Bit of a question. I've recently been trailing, tracking, I guess that is, this total amount every day rather than the number of items. What's your yes? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would try and do a minimum number of things, 5 or something, but I would also be more focused on value because well, one good reason is at the end of the day, if you sell 1,000 things for 1p, you can't live off that. But if you sell one thing for 500 quid every day, you can live off that. So yeah, and Tommy has said it. He said it last week. Tommy Bernard, monetary value. It's the most important thing. But I mean, I think in reality, you're not going to be listing one thing for £500. You're going to be having hopefully things that are around, 20, £30 or more. You will have those small value. I will have some of those small value items as well. But yeah, I would mainly focus on, if you want your sales to be at a certain level, £200 a day or whatever, you've got to. If you want that coming out the sausage machine, you've got to be putting in the value in the first place. So yeah, yes, Kevin, go for that. But maybe do a minimum number as well, just 5. That's the little blue one. No. Well, this one. That's a £90. It's very unlike Neil to underprice it. Anyway, it's purple. It's probably showing as blue because the way camera picks things up. Well, I can put it on for £90. Or maybe Neil knows his camera, so I'm bound to be wrong. But the Finepix SL1000, I couldn't find it. I had a quick look yesterday, but I was half asleep. These will be sold, so that Coolpix will be sold with a memory card, no batteries, of course. These will be sold without memory card, without battery. So if someone is trying to sell one with the charger and what is this title? Fujifilm Finepix SL1000 camera with USB chargery, battery and memory card. USB battery charger, right? One for £70. Looks like it has the charger as well. This is what they're trying to get. I was lucky. One of these did have a battery. I'm going to sell both of them without the battery because it's one of those batteries which is almost dead but not dead. It took a while to get going on the charge, and then it started taking the charge. I was like, oh, thank God, I can at least test it. But then it got to 60% and went bam to 90 almost instantaneously. So I thought, I'm not going to sell that battery with it. Right, sold. I think this is going to. So you can buy a new battery for one of these for £12.95. It's an NP85. Probably get one cheaper from China, for like £7. But I can't see any solds on this. Oh, there's one. Finepix SL1000. 6 megapixel camera, plus 1 extra battery, no strap. So they've sold that for 75. I'm thinking you're probably looking, I don't know, maybe let's say a tenner for the battery. But they're selling it with 2 batteries, so let's put it down to 55. But then you've got the case as well. Now I never really rate, cases. A lot of people sell cases separately. They can get good money. So camera, no battery, no memory card, and case. I'm thinking £60. Your thoughts, please. SL1000, not an S1000. Oh yeah, SL 50-ish. So yeah, it looks like I'm in the ballpark. £60. Be happy with 50. You know, £20. How much did it cost? £15 each. It's cost, so if I get £50, so we'll just do a self similar on that. Oh, thanks, Matt. Yeah, it was just how it came across. Watching a few videos, and of course, you always get the wrong impression watching videos. Um, I was talking the other day about someone who jumped in front of me, and one of the comments I got was, "Oh, I remember when you sniped. Um, I think it was an Xbox from a young child and his dad." And I was like, "Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about." Um, this was I didn't, by the way, but I think that's probably how it came across. I was at one end of the table, and there was this I say child. He's 17. He's 17. He's taller than me, and his dad were at the other end, and they had the power supply, and I had the console. And I'd gone, "Oh yeah, I'll have this," and they were going. And this guy, Ginger Nuts, we call him, affectionately call him, because this guy's gone round tapping up loads of the already established contacts in the sort of gaming console arena, and just now tries to buy up all the consoles, stepping on people's toes. So that impression that when I did my live, it's just like 4 years ago as well. I think a load of, because I've got a couple of bad comments at the time going, "Oh, you take a console for a child," and I was like, "No, that's not what happened." They're all quite funny, really. So yeah, I imagine boot fairs are boot fairs anywhere. You know, I mean, I was reasonably chilled yesterday, but sometimes you go. I mean, I can go to a boot fair and it'd be nice and relaxed, or I can go to a boot fair and it's rugby scum. No, rugby scum? No, scum in the rugby scrum. Anyway, what did I say safely? £60. We'll give it a go. And I've got 2 of these as well. And they both work. Fine pics, 6 megapixel camera, black. I'll have to clean that up. That's either a very desperate pigeon or just some, monkey poo on that. So we'll get a bit of that, and get a bit of a brush, and we'll get a bit of maybe a cotton bud on there. I don't think this will sell for 60 because it hasn't got the camera, because it hasn't got the battery. Should I buy a battery? You'll probably say yes, but we'll see how it goes. Plenty of scum in the scrums. Yes. No, so there was a little bit of regret, like, after getting that real nice find of the A10, I was thinking, why have I gone and ruined it? And I was holding them in my hand as well, going, "Oh, should I get this?" And then someone else inquired about them, and the guy said, "Oh no, they've already gone." So I kind of felt duty bound to buy them. I almost wanted to put it back and go no, but turns out not too bad after all. Yeah, I felt like I couldn't put them back because I'd already had them in my hand. Right, new message. £17. This is just £17. Yeah, well, you can buy that £22.99 item for £17. Sure. This isn't bloody vintage, you know. What are you doing just sending a message like that? Oh, he sent me an offer. I will respond now and I will sell it. A North Face cap, bought for £3. Oh, Peter Ray, sorry I missed you. Hi. Yes, you weren't at the bouquet yesterday. Yeah, it was pretty empty, but not too bad. Like I say, I bought those items. Look, Road Arena car boot. £68 spent. What am I going to get back? If I get 90 on the camera, 60 on the other two. That's 210. I've still got a load of crappy trainers to go through as well. Who knows? So, returns. Had a little return today. A little bit worried I was. I sold a Boppet boxed. Sold for $28.99. Message yesterday, return. Like to return it. The battery compartment is corroded. There was light wear. I can show you the photos, but I won't bother. Basically, the springs were still silver. I cleaned it up. Maybe the slightest tarnish. I put batteries in, it worked fine. I mean, it wasn't covered in green or white, or it wasn't anything like that. It was just maybe the slightest off silver. So she said the volume's very low, the battery compartment is corroded, and the jack's missing. Jack? What the hell's the jack? So I was a bit confused by this, and I thought, oh, this is, maybe someone who regret buy or whatever. So I kind of sent a kind of partial refund. Really, partial refund. Thinking, I don't really want it. I don't want to pay for the postage back. So it was a small enough partial refund to, account for the postage, but £3 or £4, I think it was. Which is kind of like, sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't, depending on the value of the item, but I did it for that one. And she came back and she was like, I think it sounded like she was most offended. I'll read her message. Let's have a look. Oh, here it is. So I haven't messaged her yet, I haven't phoned her up. I normally do a phone up. So I've just sent this sort of partial refund offer. And she said, I have asked for a refund on this item as it is unusable. Oh, by the way, she said the sound is inaudible. Okay. So the sound was low, but you can turn up the sound. You just flip the spin it button. The battery compartment is corroded. The jack for the earphones is missing. Photos have been sent. You have offered this £4 refund on an item that costs $28.99 including postage. I would like a full refund, or I will be contacting eBay and leaving a review of the facts. Thank you. Oh, here we go. This sounds like someone who just wants me to refund it. Like, no, I can't get to the post office. I've got no legs. Or both my legs are falling off. So I thought, oh, here we go. It's one of these who doesn't want to send it back. So I normally go back being uber professional and polite. It's not like me at all. I'm a right grumpy. So it's like, thank you for your message. I have accepted the return and will issue a full refund as soon as the item is received back. Please send the item back using the postage label. Right, I have provided a postage label. And then on a second message, I put the volume on the Boppet is adjustable by using the spin wheel. So I did not realise. A lot of the time, I kind of hold my hand up for things, sort of say, you are right. I'll never get into an argument. I did not realise this had an earphone jack. I didn't know this, in actual fact. And for a Boppet Extreme 2, didn't realise that had an earphone jack. I don't think it's missing either. I had a look at the photos, and no one's opened this up and taken the earphone jack out. It is there. You can see it in the photo, so it's still there. So please accept my apologies for that. I hope to resolve this as quickly as possible for you. I will message you as soon as I receive the item back. Action immediate refund. Kind regards. Apologies again. La 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 la. Poorly bundle it. And kind regards, Peter. So I sent that off, and she just replied back saying thank you. So I was like, okay, maybe that is resolved. Let's hope so. Anyway, the other one I'm worried about is the Barbour jacket, which I've sold twice. It has come back twice with a did not fit. So, haven't had to pay the return postage, but still a pain that I've had to pay the postage. Yeah, £3, whatever it is, £3.25 or £3.35. It's sold again almost as soon as I put it back on. It's up for $32.99. It's gone on an offer for $30. And I've got a lot of people watching it, but I did take the offer. But I messaged the person saying, please, can you check your measurements on this? They are giving me armpit to armpit. sleeve length and the length. Please, can you check it? Because I didn't want to say because I've had 2 returns of it already. It's been sent out twice. I got it back, and I think the item's cursed. I didn't want to say that to a potential buyer. I just said, please, could you check the measurements given in the listing with an item of the clothing that you already own. I picked that from Gentleman Marketeer. He puts it in all his listings. Not that anyone reads it. And let me know that it's okay, because I know that barber sizing can vary, or is unique or something like that. Oh, Derek's in. Hi, Derek. Good to see you. And Julie. I've got to catch up. I've got to catch up on so many channels. So I'm going to catch up on Derek a bit. I'm going to sit down one evening. I've been really, really busy. The last sort of this year, I've been really busy and haven't watched as much YouTube as I want to. Anyway, so the long and the short of it, what was I talking about? So the bopper return looks like it's going to be okay. The barber jacket, so I've sent this message saying, please check the sizing. He hasn't got back to me, or she hasn't got back to me. So they haven't paid yet either. And the other one I had, I sold a rab jacket. Picked it up for 10 or 20 quid or something. I sold it for 70, but it's got a small rip in the arm. And they bought it, paid for it yesterday, and I've messaged them saying, you do know this has got damage. It's in the listing. Not got back to me. Because people don't look at the they do not look at the item description. Well, it'll probably be a series of journeys. I mean, I've thought about this the other day, that I'm intending to do only one boot for a week, which isn't good, really. I used to do like 4 in one day. That's the most I've ever done, which was, and 3 of those boot fairs don't exist anymore. And I think that was Hook, Rusper, Peas Pottage, which I think it doesn't exist anymore. Normally, I would say the most I would drive is around 40 or 50 miles for a boot fair. So that takes me kind of down towards either Guildford, down towards Crawley, down across to Pedham. But, I mean, where I am, which is kind of Croydon way, you don't tend to go, you're not going to go 40 miles into the centre of London because nothing's happening there. So you might go like, if you're going in, I might be going to Range Park or somewhere like that, or might be going across to Shepperton. I mean, I try and keep it local as much. But if you're going anywhere, you're going south. Like if I went to Ford, which is down by Littlehampton, that might be sort of like a 50, 60 mile drive. But I haven't done it just because there's so many options nearer. But yeah, a lot of my really local ones are closing. So I used to go to one that's Philomena's. That isn't happening anymore. Again, Peas Pottage shut years ago. There used to be one up at Wallington on the Green. That is not there anymore. Hookie's closing. Priest Hill, my Saturday one, is closing. There is one up, literally a mile away from me at Rosehill, but it's crap basically, and it's got more expensive. And I mean, you can get good stuff there, but it's not very good. Jay did I saw him there about a year ago, and he did like a return video. He drove over, which is a long way to go for that boot fair. I mean, it's literally down the road from me. So yeah. Oh yes. I'll try it on my 5 things I list in the morning. Do a live run. Yeah, Ford. It honestly doesn't appeal that much. A lot of people have said to me, "You want to get down Ford," and I'm like, "Do I?" The thought of hanging outside those gates with a load of other resellers, all their trolleys, all who all know that boot fair. I know that guy's there, and Jay knows it, which is why he does well, and it's nearer to him. And the thought of going in there like a headless chicken, going, I don't know what I'm getting, and all these other resellers going, snipe, 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 and then driving home, feeling gutted that you haven't really got any bargains. No, I'd rather find a little local niche one, a smaller one. I mean, I think one area I could improve is, and have improved this year, is to source more regularly. Because when I do source, I generally get good stuff and good good profitable stuff, which is always bang on about profit, but it does seem like it's a thing. I just don't go out enough, and that's because I'm dealing with things at the moment. I've got family to deal with, and blah 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 blah. But if I went out sourcing. So I'm going out sourcing like once a week, really, which isn't enough. But there you go. At the beginning of the year, February, March, I was going out probably 3 times a week, charity shops and stuff, and that was pretty good. For just too many YouTube reasons. No, I don't fancy it. I mean, I might try it if it was like 20 minutes down the road, but I'm not driving like over an hour to get there. And I mean, it may be big, but the A3's big. The A3's huge. But again, I don't go there because I've been there and not got much and been driven over. And the thought in my head is, I might as well have gone to Hook, to come back. I can go to Hook and I can be disappointed, or I can go to Hook and go, oh, that was pretty good. But I'd rather do all that locally. I mean, petrol is a cost you have to consider. Anyway, moving on. What shall I look at next? So it's another thing I got for the week. I paid £8 for this. It's pretty much for me to pay over a £5 for this kind of footwear, or any footwear. But I did. They were in good condition. No idea how much. So I'd hope for 30. And after I list this one and finish my tea before it gets cold, I am going to get a lovely, what I'm going to call the Richard Whiteley jacket. That I've been tidying up this morning, and I filled a bag of stuff that's got to be donated. Is that in here actually? Yeah, it is. And I've got a bag of stuff that has got to have buttons sewn on. So I'm trying to get organised. This is weird. I picked up this Slayer t-shirt. Okay. Well, it's pretty cool. It's got cool tour dates on the back. But when I looked up, I was getting a bit kind of like, what is going on with this? Imperator 2022. The Imperator tour was by a band called Ghost. So I've got a Slayer t-shirt with a Ghost tour dates, and they didn't do them together. I didn't like the support act. Very weird. So it's going to be donated. If anybody wants to cover the postage and have this kind of mix and match, like having, I don't know, Kylie Minogue and some thrash metal band tour dates on the back. All very weird. I've never bothered to do forward as it's too far. Well, exactly. Yeah. I mean, if I went and came back with stuff that I could sell for £1,000, I'd be like, yeah. And they could be guaranteed, but yeah. YouTube videos make all sales look good. I went forward to compare sales in the West. All car boot sales, you mean? Yeah, it's strange comparing. It's always the grass is always greener, isn't it? And really, pretty much everywhere's the same. I mean, I think some areas are maybe more pricey than others. Some areas you might get better quality goods. I mean, I can source around here, and I can go to Rose Hill charity shop, and the stuff is dross. Or I go to my local charity shops, and it's dross. Or I can drive, I don't know, 15 miles, and I can hit charity shops that I know there's potentially better stuff. Not always guaranteed, but potentially better stuff. Yeah, I don't know where George. I have thought of yes over Essex Way. George Ross, that is, I guess. Like the closest I've been that way is Pedham, which is in the golf club. That's just like, well, I say it's the other side of Croydon. It's kind of on the M25. It's not too far from me, really. Maybe 40-minute drive. Pete, do you want? You can have that Slayer T-shirt if you want. I don't know if it's your thing. Not an A-list man. Well, Slayer. I don't know. Not really sure. Hi, Z. I was going through some of your old videos because I'm watching videos from about 8 years ago because I thought, when's the first video you did of Fortnite? And what season was it? Because I was having this conversation with one of my kids about Fortnite seasons. And I was like, oh, what season was the first one? I couldn't find it, but I just saw all these videos of you when you lived down here, which I would have watched at the time, and then the switch when you moved up to Garstang or whatever it was. So it was fun to sort of have a quick flick through some of those. It was really good. Z. Yeah, it's Gildan. Gildan. Pete, do you want it? Say if you want it and you can have it. It'll fit you, I reckon. I mean, nobody needs to see the back and no one will care anyway. I'll save it for Peter Ray. He can have that. He probably doesn't want it. You're having it, Pete. You're having it whether you like it or not. If it's no good to you, just wear it in the garden. You will wear it. I want to see it live on your stream. I had a pair of SpongeBob sponge pants trainers which were fake, and I forget who it was who was going to buy them. And we got in contact, and I was dealing with a load of admin at the time, family doodah, and I didn't get straight back. I think his name was Mark. I didn't get straight back to him. I was going to send those to him. I've still got. I think he pretty wants a pair of SpongeBob fake trainers and can cover the postage. Feel free. Right, moving on. I've not drunk that tea. I've listed or drafted 3 things. It's all right. We're on schedule to do 5. I've got to drink this before it gets cold. Well, I've been to Rusper Boot Fair. I've not been to Rusper Village. I do know that area quite well. Newdigate and all that. I know somebody who lived down there because I used to work in Reigate. So Dorking. I used to go to the Dorking Boot Fair at the train station. I've been there ridiculously early, worrying about if your car was going to get done for parking. Is he going to have it? If Slayer not worth anything, then we'll have it. Just send us. Yeah, you got it, Pete. You are having it, whether you like it or not. You'll see it on your streams. The Rusper Boot Fair, I've not been to in a few years actually. That is, and it starts at, I think it starts at 10. So it's they call it early bird, but it starts late. Makes sense, does it? But Right, these are Berghaus Ascent. Come on, eBay, give me a nice little price on this. How's everyone's sales? Mine are all right. Nothing crazy, but for me, all right. Around the sort of 150, 200 a day. I'll say that. I'll probably get £2 a day. Oh, I'm happy with that. Here we go. 59.99. Gore-Tex. Yes, they are Gore-Tex. Vibram. Yes, they are Vibram. Hardly worn. That's what someone's on. £60. It must be bonkers. 31.88 sold. Ah, where to price it? Where to price it? Well, I'm going to price it at £40. What's that listing on there? It is £60 free delivery, £40 with delivery. What size are you? 9.5. This is a 43, so it's probably a 9, I think. Yeah, 59.99 or 39.99. To me, the choice is obvious. Buy my boots, even if it is full size. Hopefully, a quick seller. I'm not going to even promote it. I would normally promote that as well. I promote clothing at 7%, not necessarily shoes. What postage policy is that? Right, sorted. So as regards to what I got at the boot fair, I got the Nikon, I got the Finepix, I got the Berghaus walking shoes, I got this for a £5 from someone who is one of those stalls where all the gaming stuff was immaculately laid out. So like, who knows his prices and he had DS lights, all very nice condition, but with a price ticket printed one like you get on those guns of £40, which is way too strong. But he had this for a £5. And when I was there, he was off hunting, and he'd left his mum in charge. So I offered £3 for that, and she had to phone him. You know, it sounds like a control freak. I'll just notice one of the buttons is missing. So, but I do have a set of spare buttons. But for a £5, this was the last thing I bought at the boot fair. I will just clean it up. I mean, the battery compartment looks kind of okay. No battery cover, no screen. I mean, it really is a dog's dinner. But I got that, and then I got 3 pairs. This is kind of back to the normal stuff. 3 pairs of Converse. You know, and they're 15, they go for like 15 quid, 15, 16 quid. Let me get the Richard Whiteley jacket. Bear with me. Oh yes. Oh yes. I mean, I think you know what I'm talking about. It's something else. It really is. Um, and the reason it's not been listed, it's me. It's because it has some marks on it, like rust marks, which you can see that on the sleeve. And I think there were a couple somewhere else, a few dots. But it's a Ralph Lauren, don't you know? Obviously vintage jacket. I think I'm going to do a quick photo of this and do a Google image search. So on the phone. Let's chuck this on the floor. And I've just chucked it over a load of other stock. It'd be good if it was flat, wouldn't it? Let's have a go with that. Google image search. That was part of the whole catering bundle, and I've made loads on that, which is nice. I should sort of take stock as to how much I've made, but really, I might do, but I don't want it to take up too much time. How much have I made for it? Right, Ralph Lauren. I'm sure I image searched it before and it came up. It came up with it, but it's not coming up with it then at the moment. Right. Mark's finished loading his container. He's back to Perth. Yes, it was epic. The ground was. They sometimes put the roads a bit close, and the ground could be a little bit dodgy. Go over on your ankle. Did I say the container ship failure the other day? There goes all of Mark's new PS5 box PS5s, all into the sea. It was 11. Yeah. Yes, says Common and Peace Pottage. Yeah, I was talking about those earlier. Unfortunately, no longer around. Sunday the 21st. Oh, so there's. Maybe I'll just pop down there. Oh, nice one, Dave. Send it on to me. I'll look after it for you. No, I was thinking actually about doing more fixing. I've been really getting. I think I mentioned this last week. I've been getting into watching fixing, and it's something I'd want to do. But before I go and buy a whole load, I need to buy a microscope with a screen because there's my eyes are not knackered. But I've got loads of things. I've got like 6 game gears up there. And I could do like capacity replacements on those. I did a couple probably about 3 years ago. I've got the capacitor kits. I'd love to do that, but I'm not going to start doing that until I've got a space for it. So this is why I'm tidying at the moment. This is why this morning I was tidying bags and stuff to go to charity shops and donate to Peter Ray and heavy metal t-shirts for him, and so yeah, the clear out is beginning to happen. This is stuff for the charity shop, stuff like t-shirts with holes or stuff, jackets without zips. It's all going. Right, Richard Whiteley jacket. That'll come up. So let's try. Ralph Lauren. I knew this would cause me issues as well. This is why it's not been listed. No, nothing on the image search. But I have seen this. I have seen this jacket. It's going to annoy me now. Is there anything else on here that can fault me? Made in the USA, it's a 12. It's 100% cotton. It's got CA09168 on it. And that's about it. I mean, let's try an eBay search. Vintage. Oh, it's just Ralph Lauren. There's no Ralph Lauren polo. Lauren stripes. Multi-colour jacket. It's not fun, does it? Where's this going? So it's a similar-ish hoodies and things. I mean, this I think is really got some age. Whether that will help them maybe is anyone's guess. Soles. Maybe I'll just stick it on and try 50 quid. No, I can't find it anywhere. It's so annoying. I know I researched it before and had found it. I'm narrowing down this. I put in stripes in the thing and it's giving me loads of stuff that isn't stripes. Give me loads of striped shirts. Oh, I'm just going to make it up and try it myself. Maybe I'll keep it. Present every List 5 Live with this on until it sells. Get that collar down. Twice nightly whitely. Button up there, but there's only one button. Peculiar. Or have I done it the wrong way? No? That's what I'm doing. As usual. Pockets are sewn up. So just is that? But there are pockets. You do that on jackets, don't you? I feel like a ringmaster or something on a game show host. Right. Let's just make it up. Create listing. Let's go old school. Vintage. Ralph Lauren jacket. What was the size on this? Oh, well, it's a medium because it fits me. 12. Come here. I mean, does that mean it's a women's jacket? It's got 12 on. I would normally assume it is. Suits me though, suits me, sir. Let's get rid of tape. Look like a women's jacket. Who knows? It's unisex, isn't it? This is the this is 2025. Ralph Lauren size. He is at women's. I'm going to have to put women's. Sizing jackets. Ralph Lauren sizing jackets. Size guide. Men's size guide. Have you got a size guide from like 1984? And then this is probably around. Hello, they may use numbers actually. Yeah, they do use numbers. Dress shirts, casual shirts. I'm gonna call it men's. Where's my listing box? Oh, there it is. Right, vintage. Ralph Lauren. I'll not put vintage at the start. Ralph Lauren jacket, men's. 12, medium, striped, smart, vintage. Richard Whiteley. There we go. Keywords, Richard Whiteley. Deal. Deal or no deal? Deal. Good mornings. Game show host jacket. Too bright for me? Yes. Stick with the Slade t-shirt. Covered in dust. Dust. Anybody? Yes, no? Anybody? Dust. Very low. Cake. I love the cake. That sounds good, Dave. Oh, lovely. I've only ever had one Hero Quest thing. Or have I? Is that just a dream? Was it just a dream? Oh, Space Crusade. Yeah, I think I may have had one of those, but it's a long time ago. Dave, I will keep it for you. All you have to do is offer the £50 and it's yours. Yeah, it is hideous, yeah. But it's unique. Weak or unique. Clothes, shoes and accessory, men's clothes, coat jackets, waistcoats. Pre-owned good, gently used with light signs wear or visible flaws. It has got visible flaws, I will explain what they are. It has a few marks. I mean, I just don't know about this, but it's been sitting around for like 4 or 5 months, and it just needs to have a go on eBay. It needs to just be put on and see what happens. And until it sells, I'm going to wear it every Monday now. It's cotton. It's colour, multicolored. I close my eyes. Lining material. Well, there is no lining. Nada. Fabric type woven. I mean, these things are impossible to choose. Fabric type. Canvas, chambray, chiffon, cauldron, crepe, made out of pancakes. Crochet, denim, flannel, fleece, jersey, knit, lace, microfiber, rayon, satin, soft shell, tweed or velvet. If there's none of those. Insulation material, nothing. Country of manufacture, I think it was USA. Yeah, it's USA. USA. Don's over here soon, isn't he? I was kind of unaware of this, and then wait and see with bated breath as to how that goes. Season, well, them all. Accents. Widely. Performance activity. Game show host. Right. Condition. Good condition. Does have a few marks that I have shown in the photos. Let's just get that on and see what happens. Place that one up. Copy the title. Why have I only got 57 letters in the Ralph Lauren jacket, men's 12, medium. Do I have size? No, I don't like having size in the title. Striped, vintage. Striped, smart, vintage. Keywords, anyone? Trans Willy Wonka. I'll put it in. What could you say? What could you say is another mark? I think you see that there. Little dotette. See you later, Peter Ray. I'll pick that Slade t-shirt for you. Unique. I could put in something like that. I was watching because I've been watching more fixed videos. I was looking up the, one of the guys called Steve. What he searches on, and he said he searches on 40. Basil 40. No, he searches on 40. He does a couple of other searches. I always put spares and repairs, but I might start putting in the stuff that doesn't work. I might start putting 40 in the title, just so he can find them. But it was good to hear that from his point of view, from a buyer's point of view. I'm putting unique. It's a bit of a crap word, but I've only got now 1,600 characters in there. I'm just interested to see what it does, to be honest. 49.99. It won't. I don't know. Anything over 20, I'm happy with. Get the photo stuff out. We will promote that. We will promote that. So. And we'll save that for later. So I've got to photograph those cameras, get them on, photograph this, get this on. I will do those Converse, 3 pairs of Converse. The Game Boy is for another day to be tarted up and fixed, hopefully. Hello. Something else is sold. North Face cap, £17. I've sold some Tech Deck skateboards for a £5, which I've found. It says money for nothing, literally. And the only thing I've got to do is pack them in Rad Jacket. He hasn't replied. I'm tempted to sort of just message him again or get in contact with him again and sort of say, do know it's got some damage on the arm. I don't really want to send a £70 jacket, Nick, for him to say, oh, I did notice that the arm had a rip in it. We will see. Blazer, boating, yes, boating on the can. Let's get back to that draft. Thank you, Dave. Jeez. Punting. Let's get rid of you, Nick. Vintage one. Boating. Punting. Formal. Boating laser. Laser? We will get rid of size. Striped. Smart. Right, here we go. I don't quite know what a laser is. I'm going to take out 12 and just keep it as medium. And just put in the condition in the item description and say size 12 equates to a medium. Equates? Sounds a bit mathematical. Equivalent is equivalent to, or just put equivalent to. Don't put too many words. Yeah, equivalent sounds better. Good condition, does have a few marks. I'll show you the photos. Size 12 equivalent to a medium. Right, the title. I'll give you this title. This is my gift to you all before I go. Is Ralph Lauren jacket, men's, medium. Brand, what it is, who it's for, what size it is. Striped, smart, formal, vintage, boating, punting, boating. It's the boating. I'm going to put vintage at the end. We're bound to get some clever student type. Maybe go for that. Who knows? They may have more money than brains. Okay. I still don't get the laser. Oh, blazer. Oh, that'd be good as well. Okay. I'm going to get rid of them. vintage then and just put blazer. That's pretty good. Smart formal boating punting blazer. Who wouldn't want a smart formal boating punting blazer? It's very much like Mad Dogs and Englishmen or something. You know, one of those farce plays. It's like it should be one of those. Monty Python used to do sort of sketches like that. I think they did one where everyone starts dying. It's set in like 1920s. Handmade, no. Close your button. Occasion formal, personalised, no. Vintage, yes. I think it's it. Vintage. Yes, we'll tick the tick box. Yeah, that's a lot better. Better than saying unique. Anyway, these keywords, I've still not really got them. Okay, before I go, I've got to say congratulations to the gentleman, not the gentleman rhymer, who's my mate, but the gentleman marketeer, who's Simon from Seven Oaks, because I think he got 5,000 subscribers. So well done to him. It's a great channel. I watch him when I can. He's hardcore. He's a hardcore reseller with a new shed full of stuff. But congratulations to him. I'm sure his channel will go further and further and get better and better. Next top 10K. To everyone else who's here, have a great day. Have a great week. Hope your sourcing is good and your sales are even better. I will hopefully put a video out this week. I've got 2 car boot videos stacking up. But like I say, I am trying to get a lot of stuff sorted. But I will see you for the next one. Have a great week. Catch you all later. Thanks for joining in and do click the thumbs up.